bass.
Hey guys, so today is September 11, 2001, and I know that all of you guys were like expecting like this, one of my usual, walk around, show you my day type vlogs, but today I want it to be a little bit different and a little bit more special. Today is the 15th anniversary. I don't even like calling things that are tragic events anniversaries, because anniversaries is supposed to be like really happy things, but this is the 15th anniversary of the attacks on American soil by terrorists. If you're not old enough to know or understand or even remember, just know that 15 years ago today, the New York skyline changed from this to this. And now it looks like this. Story time. Once upon a time, on September 11th, 2001, I was a 17-year-old girl going into my history class. Now, I had left my biology class, I think. Yes, I left my biology class. Then I went to my history class. History class, we had just got in there, we sat down, the teacher was flipping channels on the TV looking for the morning announcements that we do every morning at school, and we actually passed by the channel that had the news about the World Trade Center being on fire. At that point, we did not know that a plane hit it. We just knew that it was on fire. So we were like, oh, the World Trade Center is on fire. I guess we're going to hear about that tonight in the news. But a few minutes later, they had started playing the morning announcements, but then they stopped them and said, go back to the other news channel. We'll show you the morning announcements later. And we sat and we watched as the first World Trade Center that was hit was burning, and then we sat wondering what's going on. We didn't know what's going on. And then we watched as the other plane came around and hit the second tower. Now everybody in my class started freaking out. Some of us were like, oh my god. This guy behind me was like, that cannot be real. This other girl was like, oh my god, I'm so scared, what's going on? And we just sat there and we watched, and we were shocked. We were in silence. We didn't know what to do with ourselves or what to do with this information that we were seeing. And then when the towers fell, that was it. The entire class just kind of stopped dead silent. We could not fathom what was going on at this time. Now, like I said, this was 2001. I had just turned 17 about a few weeks earlier. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching this and I'm like, just yesterday I was worried about something that did not even matter. And today I'm watching this. That was definitely the worst Tuesday on record, like, ever. And I remember it's a Tuesday because if you're old enough to have actually watched it and you remember exactly where you are that day, all of you, go ask an adult or a teenager, where were they? And they will remember. my mom was working and she heard it on the radio. My JP was JP had graduated from high school earlier in earlier in 2001. So he was working somewhere and he heard about it. I was in school. I was in class and I heard about it and I was like, oh my god. Like, oh my god, this cannot possibly be happening. So, and then that's when, that's the moment that the entire world changed. Some of you young cats, you're complaining about having to take your shoes off at the airport and not being able to carry certain things on the planes. This is why older people, people who were teenagers in the early 2000s, or even who were old enough to be in elementary school grades, that you can kind of explain this to, in the early 2000s, know exactly why we have the tight security we have at airports, and why you cannot say certain things like bomb on a plane or hijacker or anything. We understand why America, 9/11 is basically when America began their paranoia of Muslims and of the Islam tradition. And they're even more paranoia of anything and everything. It's because of what happened on 9/11. I would like to say thank you to all the firefighters and first responders and police officers and the EMTs that are out there every single day and have to see the worst of the worst so we don't have to. And I hope that we never have to deal with another 9/11. It's bad enough we have to deal with mass shootings and stabbings in schools and things of that nature, but I honestly hope something as tragic and epic as 9/11 never happens again. And I really don't think it will, because America has actually gotten a lot better with their security, or at least that's what they tell us. But I'm going to choose to believe that. I will choose to believe that, because I'm American and I have faith in my country. And I would also like to thank the armed forces for their selfless, tireless efforts, all the time that they have to spend away from their families. And I want to thank the military families as well for allowing us to borrow your children to protect not just you, but to protect all of us, our freedoms, and everything that we hold dear as Americans. And I would like to say 9/11 is the worst tragedy that ever happened to America. It changed America, but it also taught America how to love and how to respect one another. And I would truly hope that every year on 9/11 we remember that we are one nation, we are one people. We might be from different backgrounds, different religions, different sexual orientations, different gender identities. We might be young, we might be old, but we all share this land together. So we have to take care of it. We have to take care of each other, because after 9/11, as a nation, we came together and we were strong, and we still are strong. But we shouldn't let things like hate speech and hateful propaganda and fear control our lives. Because what if instead of letting fear control us, we let love control us, we let compassion control us? We will be such a much more strong nation, a strong place to live and to be. And everyone would be happier. We can keep our freedoms and our liberties, but we should understand that fear is not going to solve problems. Hatred is not going to solve problems. And that's something that 9/11 taught and should have taught. That's a lesson that people should have learned from 9/11, especially in the strength of us as Americans coming together after such a tragic event happened. So I know that tonight's vlog was not what a lot of you were expecting of me, and it sounds more like sounds like one of my Real Talk Monday videos. I did this mainly because I'm not filming any purposeful videos for Monday and Wednesday until my secret project for you guys is done, and it's almost done. I just have to I'm pretty much done with the preliminary work. Now I gotta work on piecing it together. So once it's pieced together, it will be released either the Monday after it's done or the Wednesday after it's done. So you won't be seeing any scripted out videos until after it's done. That'll be the best day of my life. I'm also working on a secret project for the holiday season, and all of you guys will enjoy it. All of you guys, when it's released, I would love for all of you guys to go out and support this project. Because you guys are super awesome Wonderlandians, and I love you all very, very much. So I hope you have a good rest of the night. Take time and remember all the victims, not just in the World Trade Center, but in the Pentagon and Flight 93 or 97. I can't remember. I'm so tired. Kids, ask your parents, ask your teenage whatevers where they were. It's been 15 years, so there are some teenagers who are turning 15 this year, and they have to share a birthday with such a horrible event. I feel so bad for you guys, but I still love you guys, all of my heart. I hope you guys have a good night. I hope you guys learned and talked to each other about this. This is very important. I hope you guys took the lesson that you need to love each other, and I'm gonna go to bed. And because this is a vlog and this sort of is like a Monday thing, I'm gonna do both endings. So back up the rabbit hole you go, and when you come back, the biscuits will be hot. The tea will be hot. The biscuits will be rolling, and remember, we're all mad here. Peace, love, Stardust. Mwah. Wonderland out. Good night, guys. I'm so tired. I'll go to sleep now.